Hey guys, Luther W here, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube. And without further ado, let's get into it. So, solving a 2x2 will be really easy if you watch my video on the 3x3 or someone else's video. If you already know how to solve a 3x3, the 2x2 will be a breeze. So to start, you're going to need a 2x2, of course, and that's it. And so, it's the same as solving a 3x3, just easier. So if you remember, or if you've seen in a 3x3 video, the first step is solving the first layer, and so that's the same as what we're going to be doing on the 2x2, but you only need 4 pieces. And with the mechanics of a 2x2, it's the same as a 3x3, except for there's no edges and there's no center, so there's no specific side when it's scrambled, if that makes sense. Yeah, so you just need to make a layer. So just find a face where there's one white piece, and for example, this white piece has white, green, and red on it, and then I'll find another piece with green, and so see, this one has green, and so this one, need to put it up to match with it. So see, now I have like a bar right here, so it's like when we're making the first layer on the 3x3. So the white is matched up, and so is the color beside it. And so see here, we have orange on this side of it, so I'll get the orange piece right here, put it up, there, so it's aligned. And then the last piece is where you actually need to learn how to insert the piece, so it's a little bit trickier, but still not hard. And so if you have this case, you just go like this, move it out of the way, and then bring the slot down, move it back, and then put it up. And then you finish your layer. But suppose you had a case like this, where the piece, it's not on this side, it's on the other side. You do the same thing, but in a mirrored manner. So, like this, then like this, bring the slot down, move the piece in, and then back up. And also, you could have a case where there is a piece on the bottom, like this, and so you notice either way that you insert it, it'll always end up twisted. So what you want to do in this case is have the piece like this in front of you, whether it's on the left or the right, and you want to bring the side down so that, see, the white piece is now in the optimal position, but this piece is still, this piece is not up here, and so we have to get it up here without messing up this piece. So this piece is in the optimal position. So what we can do is move this piece out of the way right here, so it's still in the optimal position, and then this piece, we can still bring it back up without messing this one up. So if that doesn't make sense, just retry it. Just go back and watch that part of the video again. And so now it's in one of the optimal positions to insert properly. So if you remember on the 3x3, we had to try and get it to this case in order to solve yellow. And so that case is the same. This is what it looks like on a 2x2. So these two cases, they're the exact same thing. The corners are the same. And so on the 2x2, whichever case you have, you want to try and get it into this case using the algorithm from the 3x3. But don't worry, I'll show you how to do that. So for example, if you had this case where you got 2 are diagonal, and that's it, you're going to want to hold it so that you have a piece like this. You have a piece, one of the corner pieces is to the right of you, and then you want to do this algorithm: R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And so see, now that gets you to almost that case where you still have the one corner on the left, but this corner, this yellow, needs to be facing this way. So hold it like this and do the algorithm once more: R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. So see, now when you hold the cube this way, see, now the yellow's in the optimal position. Do the algorithm one more time: R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And so see, now you solved yellow. And so basically now you could supposedly have this case, which is where there's no yellows on the top. These two corners are facing away from each other, and then these two corners are beside each other. They're called headlights. And so you want to hold the cube like this and perform the algorithm. There, now your cube is already in the optimal position. You don't need to do it 3 times. For this case, you only need to do it once, or twice, or like from before. So now just do the algorithm. And that solves it. Also, you could potentially have this case. These two headlights are beside each other, of course, and then you got these two. No yellows on top, obviously. Perform the algorithm at this angle. There, now you're already in the position to do the algorithm. And that will solve yellow. And last but not least, this is the very last case, is just you'll have headlights here, and then these two on the top are matching, and you hold it in this angle, do the algorithm. There. Put you in this position, so do the algorithm again. There, now it puts in the final position to do the algorithm to solve yellow. There, so that solves yellow. So now for the next step, once you finish, you could have one of two cases. Normally you'll find a bar of any color on the top layer. I have blue, and so I'll just line it up with blue. And so if you have that, just hold the blue, just like on the 3x3, hold it in the back like that, or in the front, and perform the same algorithm on the as on the 3x3. R prime, F, R prime, back 2, R, F prime, R prime, B2 or back 2, and then R2, and then U prime. And so if you had that case, that would have fully solved your 2x2. But you could have also had this case, which is just where you have these two corners, they need to be swapped. And luckily for the 2x2, since there's only 4 pieces, only 4 pieces per layer, then you only have these 2 cases. Those are the only 2 potential cases, unlike on a 3x3 where there's like a whole bunch of them. And so you're going to hold it like this with the unsolved piece to the right of you. Or actually, no. Oh, that, okay. So you could just hold it in any direction at all that you want, any way that you want, and just perform that same algorithm. R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2, U prime. The U prime at the end is not really necessary, but it's fine. And so now you'll have a bar that you can match up, put it in the back, do the algorithm, and then for both cases, finish your 2x2. So I hope you enjoyed that video, and I hope that you solved your 2x2. If not, and you have some questions, leave them down in the comments. I'd be happy to answer them within the next video. And that's all for this video. Bye.